Hello. Now I feel like would be a good time to go back and try and do Boulder Bowl C with what the book is requiring me to do. For those unaware, the book is requiring me to beat Boulder Bowl C in 30 seconds. Its wording is you can roll through the 30 crevices in under half the time offered. Half of 60 is 30. So, beat it in 30 seconds. Which is a pain to do. There I only got 21. The closest I've gotten is 29. I got bumped. And that's time. You have to get really lucky with the crab placements. $24. Why did it bounce me? I never get that. Why does it do that weird bounce? Ah! If I had just a little more time, I would have done it. Ah. No, they split up! They were no longer bunched together. $26. No. Ah! Ugh. Oh, God! Come on. Again, 25. Yeah, this first planet wastes a solid 6 seconds. I am able to, leave and re-enter the galaxy to gain an extra second. But then the position the crabs are in would be all messed up. I shade! Come on. Ah. Doing that doesn't make him bunch up. Which is what I need. Ooh, got both the blue crabs in there. Ah. $29! Ah! That one crab. He was just away from the group. Oh my god, he decided to do a U-turn! I hate it when I hold one direction for Mario to turn around, and he decides to do that turnaround in a U-turn. I'm almost considering, like, going into Whitehole and manually putting the timer to 30 seconds so I know exactly when time is up. Ah, I missed some of them. Perfectly weaving around them. What do you guys think? Should I manually turn the timer down to 30 seconds? I don't know if I can do that in Whitehall. Just putting the idea out there. But then again, doing that would require me to, like, do revolution patches and all that, and I have no clue how to do any of it. So... maybe not. $27. Oops. Accidentally released onto the spike push. Hi, Nani. Ah. come on! Yeah, this is very RNG. All based on if the crabs actually group up together enough. We're just rolling the slots until it works. I had one attempt where, if I had 1 extra second, I would have beaten it. Look at it this way. If the timer says it all ticks down to 30 seconds, that's time. Because in Galaxy, there is no 0. For some reason. Oh, come on! Oh god, that sucked. We already waste 6 seconds actually getting to the planet. It was brought to my attention that apparently the fastest time anyone has ever beaten this in is 27 seconds. So, yeah, no wonder this is so hard. And the book says it as if it's an easy thing you'd be able to do. 26. And just keep rolling the dice. $27. $23. Ah! Stupid crabs. Ah! No. There are always a few stranglers. Just out and about. Ah. 26. course, like I said yesterday, of course the one hard challenge had to be the one with the crabs. The one thing in the game that is basically RNG. I don't think we count that. It ticked down to 30. We don't count that. That was the closest it's ever gotten. It said you can roll through the 30 crabbers in under half the time offered. Plus Galaxy doesn't count 0 as part of the timer anyway. In which, in this case, 30 is 0. Are there 4 crabs? 4 blue crabs? I remember there being 3. Ah. The main thing I want to do is get rid of all the blue crabs as soon as possible. Because I feel like they're the things preventing the crabs from grouping up in big numbers. Ah! Nope. Wasn't this already beaten? No, it wasn't. I left it early. Because I wanted to leave it for later. They're not bunching up! Come on! Oh, I would have had it if I angled my roll better. If I angled it just a little bit to the right. No. It hit 30. I want to try something. Ah! It might take longer to do retries, but doing this gives me an extra second, which has costed me several times now. So many stranglers. Notice how when I do this, I reach the rock mushroom at 55 seconds instead of 54? Doesn't help when they all separate. Ah, that sucked. I missed all of those guys, come on. Restart stage button would be good right about now. Come on. Ah! Doing this also just seems to be getting me a better formation for the crabs. Just 2 left. Ah, he got bumped. The blue crab got bumped by the other crabs, moving him out of the way. Oh, come on. Excuse me! I'm trying to look through the planet itself to see where the crabs are so I know where to aim, but it's a little difficult to tell when it's going so fast. YouTube is giving me an error for not enough data or something. You're not getting enough video. Is it all better now? Okay, cool. Can continue now. Oh my god! Talking Flower says, I like to take things slow. I need the opposite of that right now. I need speed. And luck. A whole lot of luck. I need to avoid doing the stop as soon as possible. I need to avoid doing the stop as much as possible because it takes time to roll back up again. Ah, come on! That blue crab dodged it twice. Did he dodge it again? Or did I get him? No, he dodged it! What the hell? I hate these blue crabs! Why'd he go that way? What? Whatever, it works. It worked out. Wait, what? There's 2 crabs? What? Ah! Jesus. Ah! Turn! All these damn stranglers. Ah. Ah. Stop! It's so annoying to try and stop on this planet because you try to jump and your jump inputs just keep on getting eaten. I feel like it's because you're constantly being thrown into the air. Which probably also makes it why it's so hard to turn. I'm trying to look through the planet, but everything's going by so fast, I can't properly see. This is tough. You really need to hope that they all bunch up together. I think I need to make the blue crabs a priority, but I still need to be hitting as many crabs as I can per wall. way! Ah! It's always just one crab. Oh, come on! Yeah, all the time I'm hitting 30 when I get them all. I can't let the timer hit 30. Nope. What? Where'd all the crabs go? Nah, if I don't have 20 crabs killed by 40 seconds, it may as well be over. I can't see through the planet! Ah! Why is the camera being so jittery there? Oh my god. Of course I weave through all the crabs. Basically, because I can't see what I'm doing. Weave through both of those crabs. What? I've hit 99 lives as well. Oh my god! No. Oh my god! Of course they split apart! They were all in a line and they split apart! Like the Sea of Moose is letting way for Mario. Because crazy to think that this is just a simple thing that can happen. must do as the book says. At least with Blue Eclipse's Boardable Sea, you can actually see where all the crabs are and plan it out. At least a little bit. Here, the spots the crabs are in are different almost every time. Ah! That's not what I... Oh my god, I want to hit the stranglers! I think that's enough attempts for today. It can be a thing that we just try every stream to do. That way we can actually progress further into the fun part, which is actually reading what the book has to say. Once Jibber Jay invites you to the competitive Jungle Fluzzard race, return to Wild Glide Galaxy. Several birds challenge you to a race for the sun. You must come in first to secure the Power Star reward. Capturing second place is not too difficult, but taking the lead and holding it requires a mix of nerves and daredevil bravado. Really? When the race begins, you will likely fall to the back of the pack. That's okay, you have lots of time and course to move up and claim the medal before the sun appears on the horizon. Use diving to gain speed on the other racers right away, but don't get so aggressive that you bang into the ground by diving too hard. Use all lower routes in this course. You cannot win if you pull up at all. No pulling up then. Always dive. By seeking out crevices and holes along the bottom of the course, you can increase the number of times you dive, thus moving up the pack. No pulling up, only dive. That wasn't me pulling up, that was the water bouncing me. When you reach the waterfalls, you must get really aggressive about diving. Soar for the hole in the bottom of the wall by the falls, and then keep diving to zoom through the lower route in the caverns. When you break free of the ice and start your final approach for the sun, dive between the rocks to enjoy one last burst of speed. If you're in first place at this point and can pull off one last good dive here, you'll zip across the finish line and score the power star. Where did you find it? Find what? You'd have to be a little more specific. The physical book I'm reading or the online book you guys have? Because the physical book I have, I found at a... It's called a toy fair, where basically a whole bunch of people just sell things that they don't want anymore, or just have to sell, which just includes a whole bunch of different things. I originally had one as a kid, but it had been since lost to time. When I found this one, I told the person selling it about how I used to have it, and they gave me a discount on it. Supermassive. Supermassive is composed of planets and enemies from previous adventures, but everything has been gigantic-sized. Though larger than you, these enemies are still vulnerable to your attacks, so do not let their size scare you off from questing for the Power Stars. When you arrive in Supermassive Galaxy, you're greeted by Luigi. You can now switch places with Luigi and try him out in this galaxy, and many others too. Luigi's jumping is a bit more advanced than Mario's, but he does not come to a stop as quickly as his brother. This can be extremely useful in some situations, like leaping over long spaces in a short amount of time. But if you're not careful, Luigi can slide right off a ledge. Note, once you play a stage as Luigi, you establish a ghost run through the galaxy. You can now replay the stage with Mario and try to beat your bro's completion time for fun. Even though that's not really what it is. But the book is telling it. The book's images for this do show Luigi, so we will be switching with Luigi. As much as I don't want to, we will be. Oh yeah, Comet Medal. Long jump across the gap here to collect the Comet Medal and some extra coins. Wait for the coin to spin parallel to the block, and then wall jump back and forth to ascend the gigantic question mark block. Rush across the pipes to the left, watching out for the big piranha plant as it pops out of the central pipe. Hiya, Polo. The huge thwomps crash to the ground at their normal pace, but you have less time to get clear because of their size. Long jump over the gaps between the thwomps to reach the empty space between them, and then blast off via the launch star. You must wall jump off the thwomps to reach it though. Long jump across the gaps. These giant Koopas march around the disc-shaped planetoid. Use the spin drill to burrow through the center of the planet and smash into the Koopa's soft underbellies on the opposite side. When you defeat the third Koopa, the launch star appears. Tip: follow one of the Koopas closely and then jump on its shell. After the 7th bounce, you'll get a 1-up. If you keep jumping on the shell, you can rack up a lot of 1-ups here. Mentioning the infinite 1-up trick. Doesn't it stress you out to follow the book when you know better ways to do it? Not at all. I find it fun to see what the book says. Speaking of which, it doesn't say anything about this planet, like this part. So we'll ignore any points of interest. Because apparently the book says there are none. The launch star leads to a small grassy planet. This planet is where you find the hidden power star in this stage, in full bloom. Check the next power star listing to learn how to collect the hidden power star, either now or the next time you come back to the huge trouble with big wigglers. We will be coming back later. The power star is on top of the flagpole on the far side of these stone cyclones. You can either run along the bridges or long jump over the gaps to reach the power star. Just make sure you don't leap right into a speeding wiggler or you'll be knocked out into space. So it does say we can long jump across these. The book shows getting the secret star as Mario, so we will be getting it as Mario. Just like how for Haunty Hole C, it shows them as Luigi. It doesn't say anything as it doesn't say anything about Luigi under it, but the pictures show them as Luigi. So that's what will happen. Lava Layer C. The Lava Layer speedrun puts 30 seconds on the clock, and then challenges you to get from one end of the galaxy to the other. Collect little clocks on the way to keep adding 10 seconds to your time. At least you only have to locate the power star and not battle Bowser to collect it. Start off a run for the first timer. You can ill afford to miss many of them, or you'll run out of time before reaching the goal. You need to take occasional risks with clocks too. Long jumping over lava risks health, but having a full life circle doesn't matter if you run out of time. Basically saying, try to avoid damage, but if you do take damage, it doesn't matter. Some clocks are just out of sight. Look out for their shadows on the ground, such as this clock above the spinning fireballs. Something interesting is that for the main star, it actually does detail that you can long jump past this part without and make it to the next planet without using the pull star. The book directly says that is a thing you can do. The next time it says anything is when we reach the snake block. Even though the book doesn't call it a snake block. For some reason. It is easy for things to go haywire when you try to keep up the pink path moving out over the lava. Stay at the front of the path, collecting clocks. Shoot the Magic Koopa with Starbits to keep it at bay. If the Magic Koopa strikes you into the lava, you don't have much time to get back up on the path. Okay. Just pelt him. The Power Star is located at the end of this pink path sequence. Jump over the electrical beams to avoid getting bounced into the lava. All you must do is pick up the Power Star to end the stage. Supermassive C. That's where we're going back to anyway. The speed run through this galaxy puts just 2 minutes 30 on the clock. You must complete the same challenges and collect the Power Star from the exact same spot, but with no clocks on the course to add to your dwindling time. You need to hoof it hard to meet your goal. Hoof it. You can lose a lot of time at this planetoid, chasing down the Koopas with your spin drill. Stay ahead of the Koopas and spin just as they walk directly beneath you, although beneath is relative on this planet. Oh, come on. It doesn't say anything else until we get to the Wigglers. Just fly over the gaps in the circles with long jumps. Don't waste time walking to the bridges. You can't afford to play it safe when you close in on just 30 seconds on the clock. Just watch out for those wigglers. Can't waste time walking to the path. Bro thinks you have 30 seconds left. I did! When I got the star! In full bloom is the hidden power star in this galaxy. If you want to grab the hidden power star and veer away from the main quest in huge trouble with big wigglers, follow these directions. Ready to get the hidden power star? Return to this planet. Okie dokie. Now, walk every inch of its surface. Your footsteps cause flowers to bloom and coins to pop out of the ground. When the entire planet is covered with flowers, a vine erupts from the crust and snakes off into space. Jump on the tendril and spin your Wii remote to follow it to the Power Star. You just need to swirl into it to collect it and end the stage. Next we have Flipsville. Flipsville Galaxy has fun with the pull of gravity. You will usually pull toward the floor, no matter which side of a planet you stand on. Use grates to flip back and forth between the sides of the planets as you pursue the power stars.
Yes.
Blissville is covered in grates that rotate when you ground pound on them. You cannot defeat the large lumbering pup dozer without using these grates. Flip to the opposite side of the floor from the pup dozer, luring it on top of the grate. Then ground pound to flip the grate and defeat the pup dozer. These guys. Comet Medal. Use this grate to flip to the bottom of Flipsville and locate the galaxy's Comet Medal. This one. There are 7 Swirlips on the platform on the far side of the teleporter. Bounce on them before time runs out to collect 3 1-up mushrooms. Bounce on them. Has to be bounces. Ah! I got them all. I got all the 1-ups. The book does not say anything else until the next planet, so... The chomps on this planet cannot be defeated, not even by flipping the grates. Just use the grates to avoid the chomps, allowing them to roll by before moving through the planet. Collect the life mushroom in this small pit, but get out of there before chomps from each direction crash into you. Tip: stick around though, because when chomps pop, either by falling into a pit or crashing into each other, they pay out in Starbits. The pit one is just not true. They do not turn into Starbits when crashing into the pit. Use the grates to flip back and forth on these moving platforms and... a vid? Someone made a typo. It says a vid. They mean a void. If you accidentally flip into the spikes, you're knocked loose from the platform and fall into the void. Uh-oh. This looks different. Different how? Is there a lack of something here? It doesn't say anything about here, so we can just continue. Glamdozer is a huge menace that rules Flipsville. Like her pup dozers, her only weak spot is her belly. This large planetoid is covered in grates, so you have plenty of spots to ground pound underneath the beautified behemoth. The catch, though, is luring Glamdozer over a grate. Glamdozer may be huge, but she's fast and will change course faster than the pup dozers. Watch Glamdozer's shadow when you are on the opposite side of the planet, and then scurry to the grate she crosses. You may need to use long jumps to cross the gaps because of Glamdozer's speed. She also changes course without warning, so the grate you were gunning for may not be the one she ends up briefly standing over. After you strike Glamdozer, she starts spitting balls of lava on the grate. You cannot touch, let alone flip, these grates until the lava dissipates after several seconds. It takes 3 strikes to stop Glamdozer. When you have just 1 hit left, she flies into a red-faced rage and scurries after you as fast as she can. Her path turns erratic in an attempt to keep you from predicting which grate she's going for. She can also spit multiple lava globs into many different grates now, limiting your options. Lead her toward a grate near the edge of the planet, and then long jump around the lip of the other side to catch her just as she's about to move off the grate. That third hit reveals the Power Star. Okay, so the book says I must lead her towards one of the edge grates and then long jump around the edge to catch her. There we go. Whew. Next up is Flipsville 2. The first planet in this stage is very similar to the original planet in the previous Power Star run. However, instead of flipping grates, you drill through loose dirt. Watch out for the micro mecha bouts that can only be defeated with ground pounds and drill attacks. Oh, so now it mentions that you can defeat them with ground pounds. The teleporter leads out to another 7 twirlips, but these feisty flowers are a touch faster than the previous batch. No, they're not. This book is constantly acting like the enemies are slightly faster when they are not. The launch star is hidden in this small alcove, accessible only by drilling to the roof of the planet and then stepping off the side. I forgot the camera does that. The only way off this planet is through the green warp pipe at the very top of the dirt tower. Grab the spin drill and stand in this alcove. Drill to spin to the bottom of the opposite tower on the bottom of the planet. This alcove. No. It was this one. Next, stand on this patch of dirt and drill. If you drill on the other ledges, you will not make it all the way up to the warp pipe. Stand on this ledge. To generate the Power Star, you must collect 5 Silver Stars. There are 9 rooms in this planet, and gravity is governed by the changing arrows on the walls. Use the spin drill to burrow into the Silver Stars by watching the arrow patterns. The arrows will direct you into the Silver Stars, if you let them. Burrow through the dirt just as arrows change, so you fall into a Silver Star when you pop out the other side. So I need to drill as the arrows switch. When you find all 5 Silver Stars, the Power Star appears in the central chamber. Wait for the arrows to point toward the center room, and then drill through the dirt to grab the Power Star. Next up is Starshine Beach. Starshine Beach looks like a wonderful place to vacation, but with Peach and Pearl and Bowser plotting, you'll have no time to catch a few rays. With Yoshi at your side, you must find the Power Stars of Starshine Beach to keep pushing deeper into the cosmos. I really like how detailed this map is. There are a lot of steps. You cannot hope to gather all 5 Silver Stars needed to locate the Power Star without Yoshi's help. Free Yoshi from the egg near the starting point and stick close to your buddy for most of the stage. Crab. With Yoshi, you may have an easier time defeating the crabbers on the teleporter. May. You may have an easier time. Yoshi! The first Silver Star is above this statue. Use the flowers to lick your way into the sky and grab the silver prize. The comet medal can be found underwater in a submerged tunnel. Dive down and time your swimming to pass by the two gringills. The comet medal is just beyond them. It doesn't say anything about that pipe. The next silver star is located in this case. Gobble up a spiny and then race to the case. Spit the spiny into the case to shatter it, releasing the silver star. It says hurry because it thinks Yoshi can only hold a spiny in his mouth for so long. When that isn't true. Use the blimp fruit to ascend to the top of this tower and pick up the third silver star. You need to dismount from Yoshi to slip below the waves and collect the comet medal. It's spinning between two gringills, so swim fast. Why are there two descriptions for the comet medal? You only need the one. Swim out to the fourth silver star next to the bulb-shaped platform near the edge of the planet. You can swim out with or without Yoshi, or use a dash pepper to race across the surface. Zoom zoom. The final silver star is located above this oddly shaped island. Stand on the edge of the sphere and spin it in the water. You need the trampoline on top of the fuse to face straight up. Now bounce off the trampoline. Bounce off the trampoline with Yoshi and flutter up to into the silver star. Now go collect your power star. What a weird order to do things in. Flipsville C. The purple coin spin speedrun only takes place on the planet with 9 rooms. The same arrows dictate gravity, but instead of seeking out 5 silver stars, you must collect 100 purple coins, and you must do so within 2 minutes 30. It may look like you have plenty of time, but you really don't. If you miss the coins in the room as you fly through the air with the changing gravity, you must expend seconds waiting for the arrows to come back around and point you in the correct direction. Use gravity to force you through lines of coins. While holding the spindle, it is difficult to get extra height to grab the topmost coins because shaking the Wii remote activates your drill. Methodically clear out the rooms one by one. If you have to make a second or third lap through the planet, you will struggle to get all 100 coins in time. Clear the rooms out one by one. Use gravity to get the lines. I can't reach him. Oh man, I have to go back around again. Oh, this sucks. I'm losing time. Oh no. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do Starshine Beach 2 the slow way. Hi, Deanna. The pianta people fling you into the air if you touch them. That's a good way to get up into the trees or fly halfway across the island in a hurry. Whee! Paddle the backsides of 7 crabbers after using the teleporter to bank 3 1-up mushrooms. Whee! Oh! Have to do as the book says. I need to defeat the 7 crabs and grab all 3 1-ups. I can't use Starbits to stun them because the book doesn't say anything about that. How am I supposed to know that Starbits can stun them? All it's saying is to use my spin attack on their backsides. Oh my god! I did it! I got all the 1-ups. That was tight. To reach the top of the cloud tower, you must first dive deep, Swim into the water, avoiding the urchins and collecting coins. This replenishes air. Swim into the pipe at the bottom. A small launch star pushes you to the top of the tower. Ground pound the button on top of the tower to produce a cloud flower on an island. You need the power of the cloud flower to reach the top of the tower. I know the Mario Galaxy movie is now showing. I would have seen it today, but my mom was busy, so we'll be seeing it tomorrow. Because the cloud flower disappears when you touch water, you must pilot a leaf draft across the sea to the base of the tower. See the pianta on the small islands below the shack to grab a leaf raft. There are a few clouds circling the tower. Backward somersault off the raft and spin to create your own platforms. Jump to the existing clouds whenever possible to preserve your personal clouds. At the top of the tower, backward somersault and use a cloud platform to grab the power star above the tall palm tree. Next is Chompworks. Ever wonder where all those giant chomps come from? It turns out there's a planet out in deep space where chomps just roll off an assembly line. Can you survive this fearsome factory and bring home some power stars? Yes! To escape the first planet in this galaxy, you must clear a path for one of the big chomps into the small pit near the Guillermo robots. Start by jumping up to the line of rolling chomps, and then run to the left to avoid getting squashed or knocked off the ledge. Okay. Then hit the switch to remove the cube that blocks the chomp's path down to the lower level. Slide down the ramp and then stand on the blue pad. The pad sinks under your weight. Let a chomp roll onto the pad and then back off, allowing it to crash into the pit. This releases a launch star. The Comet Medal. The Comet Medal is above the line of chomps. Grab the edge of the platform and wait for a break in the parade. Backward somersault over a chomp and then spin up into the Comet Medal. Then quickly get back down or run to the left to avoid being bounced into space. Grab the ledge. To reach the launch star, you must jump across the platforms with the small chomps and slip over the main line of big chomps. Time your jumps to avoid contact with the invincible chomps. The secret room below the green warp pipe contains 3 lucky cubes. Spin into them and hope for the best. 1-up mushrooms. Nope, I got coins and 2 Goombas. To find the launch star on this planet, tip the seesaw to the left with your weight, and then flip the switch to release some chomps. Spin to flip the blue and red platforms so a chomp rolls across the planet and pops in the hopper on the right side, releasing a launch star. Weird that it says to push this down first, even though it gradually goes back up. The Power Star is locked inside a gold chomp. To free it, you must prepare a path through the factory for the chomp, so it shatters in the pit near the starting point of this planet. Jump to the far side of the factory and hold down the pad that prevents the gilded chomp from rolling onto the rails. Race back to the starting point and wait for the gold chomp. Just as it touches the blue platform here, ground pound the blue button to raise it. The chomps then roll down the next ramp and into the pit, releasing the Power Star. Okay then. I'll let him through here. Alright, now race back to the start. We gotta go quickly. Alright, I'm here. And now I have to wait for the gold chomp to get here. Sure, it's taking its sweet time. Wonder why it's taking so long. The guide may have missed an important step. The guide would never lie. What are you talking about? It said to hold down that platform and then race back to the start to this button. Why would it ever lie? It's funny that it just misses this. It mentions this platform and the button, and completely ignores the other platform that you need to hold down. So much for a guide. Now is it Starshine Beach Sea time? Nope. It's a letter. Boulder Bowl. This guide wants us to use our brains. What's a brain? This is a really weird sight to see. Both a comet and a letter over the same galaxy at the same time. When you get the invite from Guillermo, return to the galaxy and travel to the planet with the rolling chomps. Speak to Guillermo. Alright, well, let's go back to there then. Speak to Guillermo. The robot wants you to collect a Goomba, but cannot leave its post to fetch one. If you lead a Goomba to Guillermo, the robot will give you a Power Star. It is much easier to lead a Goomba to Guillermo if you use the Rock Mushroom to clear out the breakable boulders on the planetoid. We'll do that first then. To free a Goomba, roll into one of the rocks near the starting point on this planetoid. Then stand just out of reach and lead the Goomba toward Guillermo. Let the Goomba see you, get upset, and start chasing. Then take several steps away. Repeat this process, leading the Goomba out of the way of the chomps. Lure the Goomba to Guillermo by staying out of the mud. The Goomba is not slowed down by mud, and standing on the pedestals around Guillermo. As soon as the Goomba steps into Guillermo's little pen, the robot rewards you with a power star. Where is he going? Guillermo, take this one up. Okay, back to Trump Works. When the stage begins, jump up to the launch star near the line of chomps. It's much easier to get off the first planet this time. It doesn't mention grabbing the spring mushroom. It doesn't mention grabbing the spring mushroom, so we'll have to get up without it. Got up without it. Grab the spring mushroom and blast straight into the sky to pick up a 1-up mushroom. Everybody knows the spring mushroom is a liability. Now spring over the rolling chomps, keeping each bounce as straight as possible. It's easy to fall into the lava, losing the spring mushroom and taking a lot of damage. After negotiating the... That's not the right word to use here! After negotiating the wide line of chomps, you must bounce along a much thinner plank. If you lose the spring mushroom, you can still reach the launch star by doing backwards somersaults over the chomps. I actually did know about that one-up. Oh no! Oh no! Darn! I lost it. Well, at least the book says I can still make it over the chomps with backflips. Oh, that just sucks. I don't know what to tell you. Use the spring mushroom to bounce up the side of this planet. The question mark coin here creates a line of coins you can spring into, but beware of the rolling nuts that may nudge your bounce out over the lava. Lava? Lava? Where's the lava the book is seeing? What lava? This book is seeing stuff that just do not exist. Yeah, but hope we don't fall into any lava here. Guys, there's so much lava. The Power Star is at the top of the planet. Bounce off the rolling nut leading toward the Power Star to complete the stage. Lava? Where the hell is the lava? There, if I look at the... Yeah, the only credits given, wait. There was an there was a technical editor, but there was only one author. Several people did work on the book, but there was only one author. Next is Sweet Mystery. Rewrite the book. This book was made in 2010. The same year the game came out. Indulge your sweet tooth in this galaxy made of cookies and cakes, but not every delicious delight is out in the open. Yoshi must snack on ballberries to make every platform visible. Without revealing a safe route through this galaxy, you'll never enjoy a dessert of power stars.
Yes!
Yeah, I love the map for this galaxy. It tells me so much. This map is real helpful. While candy bar platforms are always visible, many cookie and cracker paths in this galaxy are not. Use ballberries to reveal the sweet treats so you and Yoshi do not tumble into space. Comet Medal. The Comet Medal looks like it hangs out over empty space, but it's really above a cake. Use the ballberry to spot the safe landing and then flutter out to the Comet Medal. Hurry back to the closest ballberry though, before you lose sight of the cookie trails. Use the ballberry to see the cookies and crackers connecting the blue panels. Jump on each to turn them yellow. Circle the ring of platforms to convert all of them, revealing the launch star leading to the end of the galaxy. Jump on them, okay. I have to jump onto them. The Power Star is at the top of this birthday cake. Grab a ballberry and then hurry up the side of the cake. The choppers will try to ding you, but Yoshi can easily gobble them up. That's certainly one word to use. The choppers will ding you. Trumpworks C. The comet over Chomp Works releases an army of cosmic clones. You must perform the final section of the stage, breaking open a gold chomp while dealing with the cosmic clones following your every step. Jump across the middle of the planet so the cosmic clones are not near you when it comes time to lower the first pad. You want them only following you. You cannot safely deal with them running toward you if you need to backtrack while lowering the pad. It's basically it's saying cut through the middle. Keep the cosmic clones busy by running in a few circles on your way to the middle pad. You must get there just in time to lower the pad. You cannot stand there for too long or the cosmic clones will bump into you, pushing you into the lava. And the cosmic clones had nothing to do with that. Okay, need to run some circles. Oh, come on! I was doing what the book told me to. It told me to run some circles. Why isn't this working? The book told me to run some circles. Run out to the pit to stall the cosmic clones while the gold chomp approaches the pad. You must raise with the blue button. Make sure you run around the blue button so you have a clean path to it when it comes time to bounce the gold chomp to the top of the block. When you free the Power Star, all cosmic clones pop with Starbits. Wave the Wii Remote over them to pick them up before collecting the Power Star and returning to Starship Mario. Alright, there we go. Sweet Mystery Sea. There are 100 purple coins spread across the Sweet Mystery Galaxy. You must collect every single coin to complete the stage. Most are located on invisible platforms that are only visible when you are using the power of a bulb berry. You have as much time as necessary to gather the 100 purple coins. The only time constraint is the limited power of the Bulberry. Don't get greedy out here. It eats up time to circle through the purple coins. Backtrack to the Bulberries regularly to refill the illumination power so you aren't caught out over empty space. I've always found it weird how this doesn't have a timer. Cause this star is really easy otherwise. The last set of purple coins is tough to gather. The moving platforms move next to the coins. You must risk falling to get the final coins and finish the galaxy. So much risk there.
Oh, yeah.
Honey Hop is next. When does Starshine Beach C unlock? $28 Comet Medals. Right after Fearsome Fleet. The Queen Bee holds court high above Honey Hop Galaxy. If you can please Her Majesty, perhaps she will reward you handsomely with some power stars. And what's this about the chimp hanging about? Challenging galactic travelers to Octumba stomping contests? After collecting the bee mushroom, climb the honeycombs up the side of the galaxy. At the first waypoint, you find a green warp pipe. Take it to locate a secret room. Climbing. Now we have to locate a pipe. There's the pipe. There are 3 chance cubes in the secret room. Spin into them to roll up prizes. If you're lucky. If not, well, it's Goombas for you. Ah yes, Goombas. On the chance cubes that can't give Goombas. Instead, I roll triple Starbits. Fly over the dewdrops that roll down the ledges. If you're hit by a dewdrop, there are plenty of bee mushrooms along the ledges. If to escape a dewdrop, shake the Wii remote before you're rolled all the way to the bottom of the ledges. These are big dewdrops then. Grab the floaty fluff and float across the void between the two planets. Steer into the balloons to plop to pop them and claim Starbits. If you need to pick up some altitude, shake the Wii remote. Whee! Caution, if you shake the Wii remote 3 times while riding the floaty fluff, you'll rattle loose all its leaves, which drops you into space. No it doesn't, it just means you can't burst it, and you can't go up anymore. You must now collect 5 silver stars to release the power star. Start by waiting for these water spouts to stop before buzzing out to this silver star. It doesn't say anything about the life mushroom. The life stream. Move to the side of the planet and wall jump up the alcove to locate the second silver star. Comet Medal. Keep wall jumping up the next vertical shaft to claim this galaxy's Comet Medal. After collecting the Comet Medal, long jump below these water cannons to pick up the third silver star. The book doesn't even get Honey Queen's name right. It just calls her Queen Bee. Drop off this ledge and snare the silver star on the snapping pink flower below. The final silver star is at the top of the planet. Use the trapeze to reach the Queen Bee's throne room. Fly to the Queen as Bee Mario. Okay, yeah. We'll get up there first. Fly to the Queen. As Bee Mario, you adhere to her coat and crawl to her back. The 5th silver star is here. This generates the power star right in front of the Queen. If this is a throne room, there are a lot of baddies. I feel like Fearsome Fleet's comment is gonna show up now. Yep. The prankster comet that burns brightly over Bowser Jr.'s fearsome fleet reduces your life down to one wedge, and then sets you right in front of Mega Hammer. Can you defeat this brute without getting struck by a bullet bill or tripped up by on a shockwave? The start of the battle isn't too bad. Shattering the frontal panel plates unfolds exactly like it did in your first Mega Hammer battle. You can either go for the front plates or the rear plate first. However, considering how tough it is to deal with the twin hammers and their shockwaves, you may want to target Mega Hammer's front so that you can avoid the hammers while dealing with the rear plate. Stick close to the launch star just in case you get overwhelmed, because you have just one life wedge. Having a quick escape is critical to surviving this battle. Behind Mega Hammer, you must still jump over a shockwave while dealing with the 6 bullet bills. Keep moving to outrun the homing bullet bills. Once you finish off the plates, you must target Bowser Jr.'s capsule to collect the second Power Star. Basically, stick near a small launch star. They are not called small launch stars, but whatever. Okay, now I think it's time for gravity gauntlet. Yep. Time for gravity gauntlet. Hi, Moai. You finally made it to the edge of World 4. Bowser lurks here, perfecting his schemes in the heart of his flying castle. Survive his gauntlet of tricks and traps, outsmarting ever-changing gravity fields. If you can make it through Bowser's defenses, the Koopa King has no choice but battle you for possession of a Grand Star. Oh. Oh my gosh, so many changing gravity fields. Do not skip over the life mushroom near the start of the course. You need the extra health for the entire stage, especially when you confront Bowser deep in his castle. Oh, have to dodge the fireball spinners. As you approach this Magic Koopa, pepper it with Starbits so it does not cast a fireball spell and knock you into the lava. Gravity shifts as it does here. It can be tough to get back on the path. What is it with this book and just hitting Magic Koopas with Starbits? This book has something against Magic Koopas. Comet Medal. The Comet Medal is above this checkpoint flag. Backwards somersault on top of the question blocks, plural, to grab the prize. If you empty the question blocks, you can still backwards somersault up into the Comet Medal. Question blocks. Question blocks. Not only is it the wrong type of block, it's saying that there's more than one. Watch out for the lava balls bouncing between the pits as you run across the twisty-turny path. Gravity is not constant in here, making it easy to accidentally barrel into the lava if you are not careful. Kirby, what are you saying GG for? If it was for Boulder Bowl C, I haven't beaten it yet. It doesn't say anything until the last part of this galaxy. Or of this planet. Jump over the fireballs on this path and then backwards somersault up so you are caught by the giant circle's gravity. The launch star to Bowser's lair is on the far side of the circle. Ride the floating platforms to stay above the fireballs, but long jump to get all the way around the circle. After launching toward the lair, you must shatter 3 locks with meteors before confronting Bowser again. Bowser again waits for you on his giant throne at the end of this galaxy. No, he isn't. He's not here. Oh, wait, never mind, there he is. The Koopa King roars into action at the threat of Mario. He's picked up some new tricks since your last battle, but his weaknesses remain the same. Ground pounding meteors into his unprotected body or face. When Bowser punches the surface of the planet this time, it's so powerful it releases a shockwave that ripples across the planet's surface. You must jump over it. Each meteor that crashes to the planet also releases a shockwave. If all 3 touch down together, you better use a spin jump to keep aloft long enough for them to safely pass beneath you. Yeah, the only new trick is the shockwave. It also says all 3, even though this battle only has 2. To defeat Bowser, you must avoid Bowser's punch long enough so he smashes his fist into the surface. While he tries to free his hand, jump onto one of the meteors and ground pound it into Bowser. You must do this 4 times. However, after the second successful strike, Bowser starts breathing fire on the planet before punching it. Bowser's fire breath is more powerful in this battle. It lasts longer on the planet's surface, so you need to steer quite clear before the flames dissipate, and you can concentrate on jumping up to the asteroids. To finish off Bowser, for now, you must slam 2 more meteors into him. After the 4th strike, your nemesis loses his Grand Star and shrinks back to normal size. Bowser rushes deeper into the cosmos to set up his next base, leaving you to take the Grand Star back to Starship Mario and open the way to World 5. Ah! Ah! This book is just riddled with errors. Mentioning things that don't exist, different kinds of typos, completely missing out on certain steps. Let alone thinking that it's easy to beat Boardable C in half the time given. There most likely will not be a stream tomorrow, as that's when I'm gonna go see the Galaxy movie. So we will be waiting a little longer. But that'll be it for today. I'll see you guys next time.